One thing you have to do is give me probable cause, and then you haven't given me probable cause based on what I'm saying. You're gonna arrest me and then my house burns down because my cooker's on. Hold on. You need to give me
driving with no insurance and no otherwise in accordance with a license.
You're joking.
Okay?
Welcome back to the Vanbalion channel, guys. Today we head to Nottinghamshire in the UK for a video where a sovereign citizen gets pulled over while riding an e-bike. The cop says he needs a licence and insurance to ride it on a public road. He claims the bike doesn't meet that requirement, but he makes things 10 times worse for himself by going into the US soft sit script, which of course leads to a pair of handcuffs. Right, let's get into the video.
I'm saying no mister, but I'm a family of... Okay?
Right. So
and then what's your...
My name is PC Andrews.
Can I get your what's name, your number please?
Yeah, 3405.
3405 for the record. I've been stopped on... what's the name road?
Gregory Boulevard.
Gregory Boulevard.
We are.
Yeah,
My
okay.
card.
Okay. So what the police officer is saying to me today is that I'm travelling on a bicycle. He's saying it's not a bicycle, even though it has to be assisted. It does 15.5 miles an hour. It's not under 250 watts. And then yet still, he's saying that I need a license not to drive. He's saying that I must be driving. I need a license.
It's a mechanically propelled vehicle.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Well, the law that you were in favour of just a minute ago begs to differ, and that law says unless your bike meets all the electrically assisted pedal cycles requirements, it can be classed as a motorcycle or moped. Therefore, you need a licence and insurance, which you are required to produce. But I think you already know your bike doesn't meet all the requirements because you immediately start up with the soft sit script.
What I'm saying is, I'm not driving.
You are. You're driving a mechanically propelled vehicle on the road. Driving, saying...
No, but no, you've got to give me the definition.
I don't need to give you the definition.
You need to give me the definition because right now, you're saying that I'm driving. Are you under your oath today?
Yes,
sir?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Can you read your oath of office today? Why not? Because I have a demand to ask for the oath, sir.
You don't have a right.
With all respect, I do have a right to ask for the oath.
So...
Yeah, sorry to be the one to break this to you, but there is absolutely no requirement under UK law for a police officer to recite his oath or attestation at any time, let alone during an investigation. Just like there is no special rule or law that says a police officer is required to discuss word definitions on the side of the road. The fact that you believe all this to be the case is both a bit weird and hilarious at the same time.
Can you please tell me your name, date of birth, address?
Sir, there's no need for me to tell you anything because I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay. I'm investigating the offence of driving with no insurance or licence.
But I'm not driving, sir.
Committed. I therefore require your name, date of birth, and address, please.
That's the only requirement. It's not that a requirement is me giving permission.
Okay. Is there anything that I can say or do that will make you provide me with your name, date of birth, and address?
But for what? One thing you have to do is give me probable cause, and then you haven't given me probable cause based on what I'm saying. It doesn't matter about promotion, it's the law, mate.
It's the law, mate, says the guy who wouldn't know the law if it came up and kicked him in the backside. Also, shout out to this cop for calling this guy out for using the term probable cause, a US term not technically used here in the UK. We call it reasonable grounds for suspicion. And even that isn't needed in this case, as police have the power to stop any vehicle under Section 163 of the Road Traffic Act 1988.
Okay. Or I wouldn't be riding a bike.
If you're not able to provide me with your name, date of birth, address now, then you're going to be arrested.
Why am I going to be arrested?
To confirm your identity. I'm investigating some offences, and if you don't provide me with those details, I'm not able to investigate those offences at the roadside. So under Section 24 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, I therefore have a necessity criteria to arrest you.
You don't have no reason to arrest me. I'm not talking to you in a different way. I'm not harming you.
No,
the bike, I'm asking you a question towards what you're saying to me that I'm driving when I'm not driving. I'm on a bike. I'm just travelling. I'm on a push bike, which is assisted. It's an assisted push bike.
Well, if your bike complies with every EAPC requirement listed here, then you could have a case. If not, then it's classed as a motorcycle or moped, end of, and needs to be registered, taxed and insured, and you need a licence and a crash helmet. Either way, the side of the road is definitely not the place to argue this, nor is using the US soft-sit script in the UK for obvious reasons.
Is there
That's what it is.
Because we keep going around in circles.
I know, but we can keep going in a circle, but you have to tell me something.
Here and now,
Yeah.
for you to provide me with your name, date of birth and address.
No, but why should I be? I'm not doing anything wrong, mate.
I'm investigating.
And I'm not obliged. Am I obliged to do that?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
No, I'm not obliged.
Under the law.
It's not a law. It's a statute, and it's an act, sir. It's an act. It's an statute and a stat.
Act passed by Parliament, which becomes a law.
It's not a law. It's not common law, mate.
Common law is a body of unwritten laws based on legal precedents, established by the courts. Common law influences the decision-making process in unusual cases where the outcome cannot be determined based on existing statutes or written rules of law. An Act of Parliament, also called a statute, is a law made by the UK Parliament. Why are we still having this conversation?
Anything I can reasonably say or do, here and now, for you to provide me with your date of birth, name and address.
Talk to me at the time. I've got the food on at home. I've got to get home, because if I don't get it on, the cooker's on, my house will burn down while I'm in protection.
Right, so not only is this guy stupid enough to pull the US soft-sit script in the UK, he's stupid enough to use the old "my house will burn down if you arrest me" ruse. Or maybe he is telling the truth and he really did leave his house unattended with the cooker on full blast. If so, then I have no words to describe how dangerous this guy is to not only himself, but other innocent lives around him.
I can't let you go in here and now because I don't know who you are.
So you're detaining me now?
I am, yes.
So I'm under arrest?
Well, not currently, but you will be if I can't establish your name.
So you read my rights?
I haven't yet, no.
So what are you going to read my rights for?
Huh?
What are you going to read my rights for?
I'm not going to read your rights at the moment.
But you need to read my rights. So I might have been detained then?
Yeah.
Obviously, we want you to go about your business and get.
Well, that's what I want to do, and there's no reason we stopping.
But obviously, my colleague just saying to you, you just need to provide your details, and then you'll be able to go on your way once we confirm that. Okay, he just needs to investigate.
I told you, Brian.
On the road, okay, on the motor vehicle.
I've told you.
What's your surname?
Listen, Brian.
Okay.
On the birth certificate. There's no need for me to give you a date of birth, because I'm not doing anything wrong.
Your identity.
You don't, because you need probable cause. You haven't got any probable cause. The cause that you're saying is that it's a propelled vehicle. That's a propelled vehicle. This is the bike. This is push assisted. 15.5 miles an hour, 250 watts. That's it. I don't need a license to do that because I'm not driving in commerce. If you check, when I talk about commerce as in needing a license, you have to, like a vehicle. A vehicle is what you do in a license, like a police car, a taxi, a bus. You're driving on the road on public property, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's why you need a license, for permission from the public to do your works on the road.
Okay, you need a license to drive any mechanical.
Yeah, I'm not driving, sir. I'm just travelling on my bike. It's a bike, and it's foot assisted. It's a scooter.
What I'm saying to you now,
Yeah, just the fact that this guy can't decide whether it's a bike or a scooter that jumps between being pedal and push assisted, depending on the argument he's trying to make. Plus, the fact that by his logic, you don't need a license unless you're operating in commerce, which makes zero sense, should tell you everything you need to know about this guy.
okay, you need a license to drive any mechanical.
Yeah, I'm not driving, sir. I'm just travelling on my bike. It's a bike, and it's foot assisted. It's a scooter.
What I'm saying to you now is, unless you can provide me with your name, date of birth, and address.
Unless you are you going to arrest me and then my house burns down because my cooker's on?
Okay, well, that's not my fault.
Well, it will be. It will be. It will be, because there's going to be a lot of suing going on.
My house will burn down if you arrest me has got to be one of the lamest excuses to get out of being arrested I've ever heard. Unless, of course, he really was stupid enough to leave the cooker on unattended while he went out to do the weekly shop. And if that is the case, then he's a lot more dangerous than I originally thought.
Okay, I've been very reasonable asking for your details.
Am I not being reasonable with you?
You're being very reasonable.
Okay, so I'm telling you right now that I don't need a license to ride, and it's not even a bike.
Mr. Bailey,
It's not even.
Look,
It's not about arguing later. I'm telling you the law right now.
Okay. Well, you
Right, all you're doing is telling me the statutes.
He's asked you. He's made a fair request.
You're telling. Yeah, he's made a fair request, and it's a request. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And the request is whether I give.
And all you seem to be doing is delaying.
I'm not delaying anything. What I'm doing is I'm not giving you consent, and I'm not allowed. Listen, this is my property, mate.
Okay, I'm just taking that out.
Give me my key.
So you can't
Give
drive
me
off
my key.
Yeah.
It's my property. Don't take my property, mate, because I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay.
And I'm trying to explain to you.
Mr. Bailey, we just provide your details to my colleague, and then you'll be on your way.
Sir.
It's quite simple.
Sir.
Please.
Sir, listen to me. My name is Brian. Okay? That's my name. My birth certificate name is. That's my name.
Yeah. What's your date of birth then?
That's what you told me to give you
Well,
some
how old are you,
identification.
sir?
There's no need for me. Listen, as I
we've
said, I
got to
gave you my
guess.
name. Guess, everyone, guesstimate.
You've been in trouble with the police before.
Listen, you're asking me questions. You need to ask me because
Well,
there's no need to.
I'm having to ask you because what you're doing is just being obstructive and not telling you details.
You're obstructing me by me not going where I'm going, sir. Doing anything wrong.
Right, Mr. Bailey, this is your final warning. Okay. Is there anything I can reasonably say or do to get you to provide me with your name, date of birth, and address right now?
I need to go in because my house is going to burn down because my fire's on, my cooker's on.
Okay, which you could have done.
That's
so.
what I mean. So what were you trying to say? So you're trying to say that I need to get? Hold on. You need to give me. I need
driving
to give.
with no insurance and no otherwise in accordance with the license.
You're joking.
Okay? So you do not have to say anything.
Hold on. Oh, let me stop that. They're recording me, and that's it. They're taking me by duress right now, and the duress. Okay.
My colleague's going to take your phone so that it doesn't get smashed. You'll put it back in your pocket.
So there we are, guys. Another sovereign citizen finds out the hard way that scooters are not bikes and vice versa. But more importantly, US laws don't apply in the UK. Right, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you also to my channel members and patrons for your continued support. I really appreciate it. And if you would like to support me and get early access to videos like this, then the links to do all that are in the description. Right, take care all, and I will catch up with you in the next video.